Have you ever gone to do a simple task? Maybe it's you going from your kitchen to your bedroom to grab your phone to go and text someone. Maybe you're sending an email or checking a list, referring to it to plan your day. And by the time you get there, from the inception of the thought to you moving to go and complete that action, by the time you get there, have you ever just completely forgotten what it was you were supposed to be doing in the first place? If that scenario relates to you, and it definitely relates to me, it's probably like a weekly occurrence. This is really just to illustrate a point of the power of mindfulness, why it's important. The power of the mind really has the ability to automatically influence your outside world. And you see this with intention setting. A lot of times you'll see a successful person, and really it starts with your thoughts. You think of success. You accept nothing else, nothing less than that. And those sort of thoughts influence your behaviors, and those behaviors lead to those successful outcomes. But to balance that, sometimes I think we just need to be. If you think about it, by the time you wake up, you're probably grabbing your phone to turn off an alarm or turning off whatever alarm you have, maybe checking through emails. By the time we wake up, we are bombarded with all these different messages. Our minds are constantly stimulated. They're constantly going. And I think our society doesn't really teach us or makes it a part of our culture to appreciate just what's going on right in front of us, to just be present. And that's a lot of what mindfulness is. It's a lot more user-friendly than people make it out to seem. So with this, I just wanted to give you 5 easy tips, easy things that you can do throughout your day to just sprinkle a little bit of mindfulness throughout your day. The first tip for mindfulness is to just take a few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes at the start of your day, from the time you wake up, to just simply be. And I know it's really easy to want to check your phone to see if you got any messages from your significant other, from friends. Maybe you want to check your emails to see how your work schedule is going to look that day. Those messages can wait for 5 to 10 minutes. The first 5 to 10 minutes of your day should be exclusively for you. Really just taking the time to wake up slowly, to be kind to yourself, to maybe set a little intention for the day, and just taking the time to tend to yourself, to do a little bit of self-care before you let the world open the floodgates to all the different stimuli out there. So that's the first tip. The second tip is mindful breathing. So breathing is something that we obviously all do. If you're watching this, then you're probably breathing, but it's something that we take for granted because it's just something that comes so naturally to us. It's automatic. But when you think about the breath, it's literally life-giving. It's literally, what was the term I was thinking of earlier? It's life juice? I don't think that was it. But just paying attention to the breath. Maybe you're stressed out at work, or maybe you're feeling really overwhelmed, and if you're a yogi, like me, kind of, just coming back to the breath and noticing how it affects your body, noticing how it affects your mind, and really just little simple things like, how is the quality of air around me? How does it feel when I inhale through my nose? How does it feel when I exhale through my mouth? How does the body feel? How does it move? Very simple things like that. So that's the second tip. A third tip that you can implement in your day, that's very simple, something that we should all do every single day, is mindful eating. And this is something that I feel like a lot of people are guilty of, myself included. Mindful eating, just taking some time to just put the phone away, close the laptop, turn off the music, turn off Netflix, and just eat. This was something that I learned on a mindfulness podcast that I found really interesting. There was a researcher that did, obviously, research specifically for mindfulness and eating. And what he found, that a lot of people were guilty with, at the end of the day, during a very busy day, you don't really have the time to just sit down and enjoy a meal. In our busy lives, we're typically eating on the go, eating while we're driving, eating while we're commuting, eating at our desks at work prior to COVID, or if you're teleworking, eating in front of your computer. And what this detracts from, which I found really interesting, was when you're stimulating one sense through eating and getting stimulus through another, your brain's not really taking in or sensing, not really paying attention to the fact that you're eating. So because you're being distracted by other things, whether it's Netflix, whether it's your phone, maybe you're scrolling through the gram, it takes a lot longer for your brain to register that you're eating, and therefore for your brain to register that you're full. So I think he did some sort of study of people that did mindful eating versus people that will traditionally like do some other thing, multitask while they're eating, and people that were multitasking or weren't mindfully eating ate something like 10% more. It's a health benefit, but also going back to some things that you can do to just like be more mindful with your eating. Obviously paying attention to the taste, but maybe looking at the colors in your food, maybe feeling the different textures in your mouth, paying attention to smell because that plays into taste, simple things like that. A fourth one is mindful showering. There was an instance where I had a shower thought about shower thoughts. It was like a thought inception. And I realized just how much of our lives are spent like on autopilot. I was having this shower thought about shower thoughts, and I completely conditioned before I shampooed, and it was just another example of how I let my mind just take me sort of into this black hole of awareness, so to speak, that I just completely forgot what I was doing. And something that you can do to just like appreciate the little things in life when you're in the shower is paying attention to the sensations of the water droplets as they hit your body, paying attention to the smells of whatever products you use. Simple things like that. Mindful showering. Fourth tip. And lastly, my last tip goes with ending the day. Taking some time before bed to just dedicate it to yourself. I'm definitely guilty of this. I'll be laying down in bed and I'll have my phone in hand and just be like checking my text one last time or checking Instagram one last time before going to bed. And not only does that have like physiological effects and decreases your quality of sleep for that night, but it's robbing us of our last few waking moments of the day to just simply be, to relax, to be with ourselves, to maybe reflect on the day, maybe think about what we were grateful for. Those are some things that you could implement instead of checking social media, checking the news, just being mindful towards the end of your day to slowly unwind, maybe take a little bit of a body scan meditation, and end on a quieter, calmer, peaceful note. In sum, these are 5 simple, easy tips that you can use to incorporate into your daily activities, things that you probably already do. You should probably breathe and shower and eat and wake up and go to bed every day. Things that you definitely do every day. This will help to boost your awareness, your attention span, and to really give you an anchoring point during these crazy times of 2020. And hopefully you find these tips helpful. It's really just the little things to help boost your overall well-being, because mindset matters. Yeah. I guess this is the point where I'm supposed to ask for you to like this. So yeah, that'd be nice. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, why don't ya? If you found this video helpful, which I hope you do, I'd very much appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. This is my first video, so really looking forward to keeping this going. Talking about my thoughts. It's everyday simple things that you can implement to help improve relationship with self and relationship with others, and overall just making the human race a kinder and better entity. So bye.